one up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it?
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the New York Giants. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
Wentz now on first down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. He sets to fire deep. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain and even 50 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Jones. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Malik Jackson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now they can't bring him down. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On 1st down, Wentz. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Wentz. And he's going to go down again. William Hayes. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Throwing his Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Throwing Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Brown, his first catch. It's a first down.
First down, New York.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Now Saquon Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
46 down, man, 5-4.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the leg. Hey, kill. Hey, kill. Bravo. 56.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That goes for a gain of 31.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take, looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Ready, ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Cut. Right there.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Finds his tight end Ingram. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
We play to win.
A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes.
Set up. 60 Pittsburgh. 80 weapons. 54. Here we go. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Get it.
Jones now on 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
You ready? 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, Haywood. 1, 2.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, lock it.
Now Jones operating from the gun. This will be caught by Brown. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense. Them frustrated right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Barkley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down, Barkley. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Hey, Charlie!
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And Tate's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Jones heading up here 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Rosas' kick is good. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
He will be ready. He will be ready.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Pilot, 64, weak.
Again, it's Barkley. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
54, right there, 54, Mike. Check pass.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right side into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Hayes. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing now is Wentz. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14 to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jones to throw again. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Jones now to throw on third down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Hey, foxtrot.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Aguilar has it.
Let's go, baby.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
Now Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. It's accelerating, and off he goes. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be fielded at the 6. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's what I do.
Here's Wentz to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vic Beasley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Shane Ray. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hey.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Right there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Hey, dude. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Watch the backer.
Mike 54. Look at me. Go.
Check.
Ready?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey, let go.
Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. Two division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Running with Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They begin with a run by Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Set 10 logo. Hey, high 7. Get your protein, spill. Switch. Bravo.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch hit.
Back to throw. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. It's complete. It's Sproles. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the run, it's Barkley. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Eagles' 49-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go to Barkley again. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.